Resonance with Akindata. Hello, dearest love. Hello, soul family. Hello, my everything, my all. Oh, it's so good to be back. It is so good to be back. And as I say that, I am just getting chills right now. So I guess I just want to take a moment and first welcome you with open arms wholeheartedly to this space, Roaring Resonance. My name is Akindata, and I will be your cosmic companion on this amazing journey. And for those who have been following me and was tuning in, you know that I had committed to a one whole full moon cycle. So from the April full moon to the May full moon of doing a tarot reading, channeled message every single day. And as that contract came to a conclusion, I went into a mini hibernation. And truth be told, I am still very much in a period of integration, but I felt very much aligned to start today, and I'm very much aligned to bringing in, planting the seeds on this beautiful new moon in Gemini. So I'm super excited to be here. And for those of you who are joining, who haven't been here before, this space. All right, so let me talk a little bit about this space. So this space, Roar and Resonance. Roar, our sacred masculine. Resonance, our sacred feminine. Roar and Resonance coming together means to talk about the sacred union with the divine that is within, around, all around us, above us and below us. And within this space, I know the people who are drawn to the space, the people who are coming home to this space are all, I would say, star seeds, light bringers, light warriors, beings who have this deep calling to create change, right? Beings who have this deep calling and courage and bravery, and I just feel like this immense power to dive into the depths of their essence, meaning diving through all of the conditioning, the layers of conditioning, trauma, and the works, the shadow, the darkness, the depths of it, because they recognize that there is great purpose to that. And at the same time, right? So the this and that, and at the same time, they are willing to journey to the heights of their potential, the heights of human consciousness, whether it be 5D, 6D, 7D, or even higher, but they're willing to go to the heights of wherever their heart can take them, and where their desires, their wants, their dreams. And in this space, we hold the truth for both, right? The this and that, because we recognize they are essentially a truth of two sides of the same coin. And yeah, if you resonate with my energy, if you resonate with this channel, then I invite you to subscribe, to hit that notification bell, and to be here with me along with this journey, because it is, as you all are also growing and expanding, so am I. And also the space. So Roar and Resonance is also, it's a portal. It's a very powerful portal, powerful gateway into the truths, right? Into ourselves, into source. And with that, right, it means being very intentional is recognizing that you are a sovereign being and making these choices intentionally and consciously. So if you feel called to be within the space, to be here with us, then I invite you to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Additionally, I promise you guys we're almost there, is that With that mini hibernation that I had spoken about in the very beginning of this episode, I've gone into a deep meditation, a deep reflection, and it's so beautiful and amazing how even when you go into this deep I guess meditation, mini hibernations, imagining yourself kind of closing the doors, right? Going in and the amount of people that come a knocking and energy comes a knocking is tremendous. Like there's so much growth that happens within a hibernation period. So with all of that being said and done, and how that relates to this space, is that I am super excited to announce that the website, Roar Residence website, is live, and and for there, I am also offering a free six portal activation along with a channeled new moon message. And also, for a limited time too, we also have some secret soul gathering planned for the next 3 months to celebrate the full moon. So those links will be within the bio below. I hope to see you guys there. All right, so without further ado, let's... Okay, all right. All right, let's take this moment. All right. At this time, we are going to begin our opening ceremony, our great return from a period of hibernation. And this return is signifying a beginning, a new seed that is planted on the day of growth and expansion, on the day of Zeus and Jupiter, on the 6/6 portal of prosperity, harmony, and unity. We are planting a seed and we are beginning again. So let's take this moment, and I want us to ground ourselves into this space. And take some deep breaths as you ground into the space and just listen to the sound. Take some deep breaths and allow the sounds to reverberate through you. And as you ground deeply, you can allow gravity to hold you, allow each breath to deepen you into the space. And within the space, know that you are protected, you are supported, you are guided, you are witnessed, and you can grow and expand at the rate in which you feel comfortable to do so. And at this time, I call upon our guides, right, our guardians, beings who vibrate in the highest of vibrations of love, light, and truth, beings to be here with us, to support us. And I feel the energy of the Atlantean Star Council coming forward. I also feel the energies of Ma'at, a lot of Egyptian goddess and goddesses coming through. And I feel like with this day, this returning, it's almost like the rise of Osiris. Mother Isis is with us. And I see Bastet, I see Sekhmet. So with that, we are surrounded by a council of guardians, guides, and beings, alongside archangels, beings who are here to see us and witness us. So as you ground yourself within this space, continue to take the deep breaths and gently close your eyes. If you would like to keep your eyes open, you can, but just try to feel into the weight as each of your breath takes you and pulls you towards Mother Gaia, and feel your roots and begin to feel roots coming out the bottom of your root chakra. grounding yourself into the space, grounding yourself into Mother Gaia, even beyond the space, right? With beyond this container. What feelings are showing up for you? Allow these emotions to be with you. Grief, sadness, just be with it. Be with it. Witness it. And if you feel comfortable too, at this time to invite in your own guardian angels and guidance spirits. Inviting your inner children to be here with you in this space at this time as you are returning. You are returning. You are rising. And we begin to ascend, allow our body to float towards the sky. And as you go and hear and feel yourself rise into the sky, the sounds are slowly become like soft echoes. And what do you see around you? Do you see a sea of stars? I see us landing upon a patch of clouds. And before us lies a giant gate that stands. Whew. You look up and it's just as it keeps going on and on and on and on as far as the eyes can see. And it is wide, 12 foot maybe, or even longer than that. And it is glowing. What color is it glowing for you? I see a yellow golden gate with this blue, electrical, blue, white light kind of emanating through the portal. And we are called to walk through. So at this time, feel in all the beings that are around you, myself included, along with the rest of your soul family. Each holding each other's hand, and let's walk through the portal, and I shall lead us through the portal. One by one, we make it through, and we are in a grand room, and I see all the goddess and gods of the Egyptians, the Egyptian gods and goddesses here with us. Celebrating our return, knowing that we have arrived, that this is the time for us to be here. And I see green energy all around us too, like green crystals, walls of green crystals, and there's these giant columns all about us. In the center, there are a series of chairs in a great circle. And we are called to sit into the chair that calls to us. And as we sit in our chair, the gods and goddesses begin to speak. We welcome you, my dearest love. You have returned home to the space where truth lives, love within. We are here. We are seeing you. We are seeing you. Saratakina niratka yoeratashta sarate. Urotaka yerataka yerastaka yerosto ineshera. Mekarahiyatakasiawe. Mirashkate sarakatiayere. We are giving you our blessings at this time, anointing each of you from left shoulder to right shoulder, from right shoulder to left. We anoint you with the sacred oil of love, of light, of truth, the sacred oil that activates your divine blueprint or awaken any energies that want to come alive, as well as releasing any energies that do not serve you, the final tendrils, so that you may embrace this new beginning. Negara iya kereta karashta kasira tukoyana Durokoyer katina stay sirat kayara meaguera sierra tukoyenera diashi. And we complete our prayers and we complete this blessing. And that concludes our opening ceremony. And now we ask you to sit here if you would like to sit here and feel that this time is a time that is suitable to you to listen into the channeled messages that are coming through your vessel, Akandara, from us to you. Ishkarete se ahara tukene me reikia yana tkajita azaratine haruia. Gereketia iarat karena saratia karastoen inarastia. Arekayana megiarikia. Aya karate kashetar sa kedina aya karotoya iarishtaya. Each of you holds a sphere of light. Each of you holds a universe within, a ball of sacred energy, a seed of unlimited potential. This seed wishes to awaken, wishes to fill your entire body in the light. Can you see it? And what is the light color of the light that you see before you? Each of us holds the seed, and each of us will see it differently. For each of you carry your own unique frequencies that are meant to reveal itself along your path so that you may best serve what it is you came here for. Arikane ano kusuno ekayera takaya. Seratika yarakete ne ekiyor tukoyarashta eserata. Uekayana mekeya kayara tukoyayishtere eserata. You have transitioned from one timeline to the next. And then this new timeline, as we begin to seed, as you begin to seed your own dreams, wishes, and desires, this portal serves as an opportunity for you to begin to nurture your seeds. And as with anything, begin to plant the seed, this light, this sphere of light within you to the deepest container we call you. You shall serve as the vessel to birth this energy into new earth. Eka yarakai rakatis karaste ekiorskunu mekerishtekea saratiashranatusude. So take this time right now to plant the seed. See how best you would like to proceed with this. See how best you would like for this ritual to be for you. We invite you to personalize this ritual of planting the seed within you and committing. And you call them intentions, committing to what shall you do to nurture the seed within you. Ikuyisirashkana asara hatakiana kostwit karatia shedikaraktina arkuyana gashidarasatharatia roitikayashta. And then we are here to support your seed's growth. You are never alone. Look around you. Beings that you have met, beings you have yet to meet, and us who are here with you all the time. You are never alone, my love. You are never alone. And now we rise our we guardians, the Atlantean Star Council, the beings who are here, we rise at this time. We rise and we bring in the healing waters and we nourish each and every single seed of all the people, all the individuals who have chosen to be here right now. Anirayo saratia ene o ekeneham. Atekiriste away highway. Ayaradia kenaya gaina saratia yana. Ayakunia keratia. Oh, and take a deep breath, my love. Take a deep breath of this nourishing energy that surrounds you. And we complete this portion of the channeled message, and we return you back to whence you came from. And we bow our heads slightly in deep reverence for the gifts that have been bestowed upon us. And we take this moment to thank the Atlantean Star Council. We take this moment to appreciate the love and the support that they have given us. So we slightly bow our head, or you can bow as deeply as you feel is most suitable to these guides. And they are continuing to be here with us at any given time too. And you can always come back to this space. We take this time to mingle with one another, hold in and just being present with the seed that we just planted. And we begin to stand up and make our way through the portal again, slowly coming back to where we came from. Slowly bringing your consciousness back. And following the sounds of the rattle, you make your way back to your physical body. Just keep taking those deep breaths, and when you're ready, you can begin to open your eyes. And I encourage you to take a pause right now. If you want, just pause the video and take out your journal and just write down what came forward for you. Write it down so that you can anchor those information to the grid. And if you don't write it down, that's fine too. The seed's already been planted. So the energy is going to come through anyway. And I find it really beautiful. Then we just had a little bit of an activation this morning of just the energies, right? I can feel their energy, all around us right now, and I feel the need and the call to take some deep breaths. All right, then. I am so curious to see what showed up for you. It's interesting to be allowing the energies to come through me, serving as a channel, because it's interesting. I have to go back and re-listen to my own message because I could feel the immense power of our space, and I could feel the immense power within myself awakening, and it's this renewed devotion to myself. All right. So I pulled some cards for us before click and record, and I opened the space with you, and now that we've completed that portion, right, that is like a channel message, I pulled some cards to see I guess what we need to hear at this time. Maybe if I think for some, you're not trying to figure out exactly the clarity around your paths is what I'm hearing, or like there's this energy of like, okay, like airy energy of uncertainty, of not fully understanding, I guess you can say, fully understanding what is the seed that you're planting, but knowing that there is one. So I'm gonna begin the cards now. All right. All right. So first card I pull is our soul song, and there's quite a few cards today actually. First card that I pull is your soul song, and talk about the light that's within this card. It's so beautiful, and it's just like, what is the song that you want to bring to the world, right? What is the song that if you were to close your eyes and you already had everything within you, have no limited resource, there's an abundance of everything. What is the song that your heart wants to sing? And I think I feel like for some of you right now, this is like your wing initiation ceremony. The seed that you're planting is like the seed of like a wanting to soar, wanting to fly, wanting to be free, wanting to completely commit yourself to whatever it is that you want to do. And it's like finding wanting the validation, the encouragement that this is it. This is your path to go about it. And I just want to take a moment with these particular cards. They are incredibly powerful in that they have their own set of like soul inquiries and meditation that can support us. So I'll bring those I'm thinking I'll write them up and I'll share with you. Or if you feel like Colin wanted me to record it, you can just also let me know. I'll see what's best for us. And I'm just doing some bibliomancy here. All right. So your soul emits a beautiful song. Pulsate in light, moving in rhythm with the universe. There's a call for flow, a call for you to follow the flow of your heart's desires. Are you willing to live your life from your highest, most aligned, most loving perspective? The next song or piece of music that moves your inner world will help you to tune into your soul song. Go out to nature. The music of nature can help balance and detoxify. And some reflection or actions, right? After listening to this, it's put on your favorite music. Okay, I see why our inner children's are here. Put on your favorite music and dance around the house for at least 5 minutes. Chant an om, or even write down 3 movies, books, or songs that move you to joy, to feel so inspired and bring joyous tears. And I love that so much for us right this time. Something that is coming back, something that is rising, something newness. And talk about like another card that just came out. So I have the spread that I have right now in front of me is the this and that spread. Both the sacred feminine and masculine. The sacred feminine calls for the soul song, right? The song, the music and the dance and the flow. The sacred masculine within us wants that the wellness, right? What do you need to do to nourish your body? Nourish your soul. And in this image, the person's holding the sword of truth too. So the sword of truth, a sword to cut through anything that is not serving you. The sword is a very sharp instrument that requires very intentional action, knowing that whatever decision that you are about to make sure that it's a decision that aligns to your heart. There's knowing it, and there's so many ways you can cut through it, right? You can cut through it kind of like a dull sword, just pushing your way through an awakening, or you can take the time to, gently cut away things. So the choice is entirely yours, and I can't say what is right or wrong in this sense, but rather I would call for you, invite you to look into what aligns and doesn't align to you. But something is for your wellness. And we have the number 6 here too. So 6, as you know, is the energy of balance, harmony, unity. And we're going from 41, Soul Song 5 is number of collaboration. So there's a co-creation that's happening between you and divine, just as you planted that seed, for example. And there's also this underlying shadow aspect of competition. There are individuals or energies around you that can recognize the vibration of your upgrade and may feel very intimidated, threatened. Maybe don't even know that that's what they're reacting to, their energy is reacting to. So it's a call for you to, and with the energy of the sacred masculine coming through, holding the sword of truth, wellness is calling you to deepen into your practice, doing what you feel is going to support your health and your wellness, bringing more harmony and balance into your life. And then I guess potentially what the call for you to do is to retreat. We have reishi mushrooms coming through here with retreat in number 27 and Jupiter and Sun. So for you to be able to expand and to grow, to shine to your fullest extent, right? And to allow for the releases to happen, there is a call for you to retreat into your own safe space. How can you take, this is what I met with my teacher yesterday, told me, how can you take deeper breaths? How can you take breaths that are more like nutritious? So there's energies or air around spaces where you want to take the deeper breaths, but it just feels so hard to do because just the energy of the room just feels very constrictive. So even now, like, I want to take the deeper breath. So there's a call for you to go into retreat. And I know as I begin to record this video again, right, begin my recording again, and as we are coming alive again, know that we just planted a seed, and that seed's going to need some time to be nurtured to so that it can sprout. And that sprouting, I don't foresee it being a very long period per se. As we continue to devote the attention, as we continue to nurture ourselves. And of course, time and the duration of how long it takes for that seed to grow will depend on each individual. However, I feel that in this course that we just took together is that this time is for you to double down into what aligns to you, into yourself, into your knowing, trusting where is it that you're going, regardless of what is happening around you. Can you listen to the song that brings you joy in your life at this time? Can you follow the rhythm of the universe? And are you willing to take the action to do so, right? And actions could range from gentle actions to the most disruptive type of action. So what is it that you want to do? And it'll be make just as long as it aligns to you. And know that you are the magician, right? I have 40 ginseng coming here, magician. And this energy that's coming out, there's Uranus and Jupiter energy right here, is that you are the creator of your own reality, that you have all the resources that you could possibly call for to support your unfolding. And as I'm beginning to realize all the things that we've talked about on this podcast so far around our great unfolding, about shedding, is that these processes, they're not they're not like at I want to say snap of a finger, but in a sense in the quantum realm, it happens like that. But I think to ground it into the physical, okay, grounding would be probably very important to some of you right now too, is that this shedding, this unfolding, how can we invite in more ease to it? How can we invite in more grace to it? How can we soften into the unfolding, allow ourselves to gently unfold rather than being just pushing through? Because what I feel like when I when I say pushing through, I feel like there's a lot of trauma and almost like debris in the wake of that. And as my teacher said to me, that you can create more karmic energy through that. So rather doing that, think through this process of where we intentionally turn inward, we intentionally witness the fullness of ourselves, witnessing our unfolded in a way that has more ease, more grace. We are allowing to intentionally shedding away these karmic energies within us and all around us, with all the people all around us. Sorry, guys. And as I am just pulling the book to see 40, because the magician came out in this particular deck, the herb deck, it came out in reverse. So I just want to take a look at what the shadow aspect. I think the shadow aspect is being confused. Feels like I tune in is like you have so many resources around you, but not knowing where to begin. I keep missing the card. Okay, so untapped talent, lack of action, opportunities missed, or disbelief of your innate power. So I think, all right, so there's this. Okay, got it. So what I'm sensing is that even though you witness the magic that happens around you, you are still in a sense of disbelief, in a sense of Like, I don't know, can I really trust myself? Can I really trust my power? Can I really trust my body to hold all of this power? Can I trust myself? And I feel like there's this deep distrust of what you see happen before you. And even though you ask for evidence, and when the evidence is presented to you, you still don't trust it. It's like this very, and it sounds like so much work to keep up with that, to ask for evidence, but then when the evidence is before you, you don't trust it, and then you ask for more evidence. Is like this insatiable appetite, right? Of, all right, I want more, I want more, I want more, I need more. And it's like, well, it's like you're trying to fill a glass that has a hole in it. Anything that you fill into it, it's going to just keep going through. So it's like the action here, right? The call here. So there's something very structural, something very foundational. Okay, 40 is four pillars of you, the foundation of you, right? What is it? What are some limiting beliefs that you are holding on right now that you are not taking action to? And I'm saying this with, I'm saying this with the total love here. So combining this with the sword of truth and the ginseng coming out in reverse, right, is that is an invitation for you to dig into, like, all right, you see all the magic that's happening around you. You see how your powers come into be. You can try intuitive exercises, and you recognize that you have good intuition, you have good knowing, but there's something that's holding you back, something that you're refusing to fully allow within your body, and it's draining you. It's very tiring to hold on to the dissonance, right? And there's a call for you to either take a step back or to take the action to redefine your foundation. Because, and this is coming up strongly, is that as you focus on your foundation, right, as you focus on building out, so taking out the weeds and then redoing your foundation, focusing on what is it that you want to bring to reality, but again, focus on the integrity of your body, of your foundation, of your values, and begin to say no more to things that don't resonate with you, right? Say no more to these limited beliefs. So for example, it's when you're looking at limiting beliefs and you're thinking like, okay, I see all the evidence, but how come I don't trust it? What is it that I'm not trusted? And the invitation is to dig deeper into the why. Why don't you trust what you see before you? And who knows, that might end up being revealed very soon, as we still have a lot of cards. But there is a call to focus really on your foundation, because you're here for a reason. You're listening for a reason, right? So there is great energy into what you are trying to create. There is great power. There is a deep knowing that's coming through, and inviting you to to dig deeper. And right now, as there's still a lot of shedding happening, and I think I was trying to say that before, is that even though we're coming back here, we're coming back strong, we're playing to our seed, there's a lot of unshedding that's going to be happening this month. I think it's going to be a lot of energies around the fortification or foundation. And I feel like that's the energy of this month, as well as coming next month too, is that there's this deep energy of fortifying our foundation. And I feel there's like calling, right? There's a deep Montakan energy, so water energies coming through. I feel a lot of Neptunian, I feel Atlantis, I feel Lemurian energy coming through. And I know this comes from this deep longing for home, to feel a sense of belonging, to feel connected to other people who resonate with where you're at within your journey and what you want to do. And part of that is like, baby, you're on the way there. You're everything that you are doing right now, you are on your way there. No, even, not even there to say like a destination or anything, but the work that, not even work, but it's like that commitment that you have for yourself, that devotion to live your life in alignment to your soul's purpose, to live, breathe, be, do in alignment to your soul's purpose. You are pulling in the people that are meant to be within your life. And I know there are certain people that you may want to keep within your life out of respect, devotion, love, commitment, shoulds and coulds. If they are meant to be within your timeline, they will be there with you. And if they are not, then they will also not be there with you. And there is great sadness and grief around that knowing. And with that is allowing yourself in these deep moments of retreating into your safe space is to allow yourself to feel the depths of these emotions. And that is something that I am also guilty of not doing until I recognized that I was, by not doing it, I was creating, I had this resistance to the flow. So, giving ourselves the moment to feel deeply into our emotions and deeply into our energies. And I think part of this, right, is about creating boundaries. So I just have protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. It is this time. This is the time to set boundaries and stick to them. All right. The time to whatever boundaries that you have set before, in this, probably since the last full moon to this new moon right now, is that you've set boundaries. And these boundaries were meant to support your unfolding. They are supporting your sense of safety. And if you feel like they are in any way, then it's a matter of observing these boundaries and considering them if they are rigid or they're too loose. But rather, find what boundaries align and resonate with your soul that allows you to create more room, right? Because boundaries, when they are in place, right, they create more room for what you truly love and desire. So there's a call for you to call back your power, to cut the cord, to stay within yourself, to hold your boundaries and focus on you right now. You're going through quite a period of transition right now, and we're going through that transition, and there's a deep calling for us to hold steady. And I hear 32 Mersager. There's the Egyptian god and righteousness. And the energy that I have coming through for this card right here is that you're probably looking to the past and thinking that you should or could be doing something, but there's an invitation to look at the past in a way that is like what you've learned, and allow these paths to help redefine your foundation moving forward, helping you to move forward, using this as alchemizing this into your path moving forward. And for the integrity, right? Integrity of your container, like what feels very much alive for you. For example, when confronted with a situation, you have the opportunity to speak your truth or to not speak your truth, and you may choose not to speak your truth because you don't want to hurt the other person. However, when you do that and your commitment is to live authentically in integrity with being, living, aligning, and being a sovereign being, what you are doing is that you are creating this dissonance even within yourself. They call that cognitive dissonance, right? And in that sense, energetically, you're also creating more bad karma. And energetically, the people that you are surrounding yourself, they may react to it. They probably don't even know why. It could be trauma, it could be a whole bunch of things, but they're reacting to that dissonance too. So this righteousness, the intention of not wanting to hurt people is an honorable and righteous intention. And at the same time, when you don't speak your truth and when you don't hold integrity for yourself too, there is also a disempowerment that happens for yourself. So the invitation here is for you to fully take in all that you've learned and make a choice right now between what is it that where you were, where you want to be, where you are right now. And the distance between where you are and where you want to be is the integrity, right? It's the space where your integrity will shine through, where your actions and your thoughts will that this is where you can create more resonance, more alignment. And what's so beautiful is that the car, so this is on the left side is Messenger and they're looking towards the left. And their number 5 is like competition. There's like everybody, you and everybody. And then on the other side, we have Heka with alchemical force with 29. And there's like this looking towards the future, right? Looking towards another direction. And at the same time, what I feel is that there are two, I think for some of you, there are people who are within, not even some of you, but I think either internally there is a dissonance between your inner voice and your higher voice, or there's a dissonance between you and an external person. And there is a, like, oh man, I'm totally resonating right now because I feel like we're all soul family, so we're going through some similar patches right now, and there's this energy of like you're in a deadlock, right? You're in a deadlock and you want to do the right thing, but at the same time the right thing might not be aligned. The right, quote unquote, right thing is not aligning to what your heart truly desires. And there's an invitation to explore that, and there's an invitation to hold steady within yourself. How do you hold steady within yourself? It's just simply to allow whatever messiness that is around or with you to just be in that messiness. So let me just take out the book. All right. Alright, her name means, so Mercerger, 32 righteousness means she who loves silence, more often depicted as a snake with a woman's head that watches silently and punishes evildoers with poison. Okay, to just be careful about the people that you have around you at this time and we're not talking about like the core energy of like they're good or they're bad or anything like that, or rather it's just intentions, right? People, they might not even know it either, but their energies are not aligning to your energies, so just be very cautious around that right now at this time. Maybe certain people that are, and yeah, there's, in general, I guess I want to say is that The energy is just to hold steady. There's something that you are working on, right? There's something that you are doing, and it's causing a certain set of disruption. And potentially, what you may have noticed is that if you've been following the podcast, is that you may have been, working to, just ground yourself within your space, within you, and you find yourself that there's all of a sudden there's like these different issues or confrontation that occurs. And the confrontation can occur because people energetically recognizes that you've changed, you've shifted your own energy, and they're not used to where you are at right now, and they're not used to the fact that they don't have open access to you. And so the invitation here is to stay steady within yourself, to stay grounded within yourself, know that you are a pillar of safety, and begin to alchemize, turn all of these, what you've learned into energies and nutrients to fortify your foundation. And what's so beautiful, okay, for this is the only oracle card that I ended up pulling 3 cards and 1 central card, and the central card that we have is Ra with enlightenment. So, and we know God of the sun god, he who rises up, climbing high in the sky. So there's great prosperity that is coming. Nothing to fear under the influence of Ra, meaning that we are protected, that Ra is protecting us, Ra is protecting our path, that we are so divinely guided and protected at this time. Abandon the subterfuges of the moon and to act boldly and in the full light of day. So keep steady. I recently just thought of something here, is that when a rock, I don't know why I'm thinking a rock, right? It's something so physical, something very material, something that's very grounded, and something you can see, it changes. And it may take decades, years, but many, many, many years to change and transform. But nobody can ever doubt that it changes, right? Same thing, a seed, right? Once you plant a seed, good chance that it'll grow. Or the seasons, you can always, if you live in a state that has 4 seasons, you can always count that the seasons will change, the days will change, the sun will rise, the sun will set. These are the inevitable truth. And the inevitable truth that's existing right here is that the seed that you're planting, right, that you've planted, it's going to bloom. That everything that you've been doing, it is leading you on a path. The commitment, and continuing to stick with what aligns, what doesn't align with you, right? And listening, creating, being more discerning, stepping into your fullest power, your fullest capacity to be a sovereign being. And invited more. So here we close out the oracle cards with, I have on the left side all, truly to help continue to create more space to breathe more, is look for opportunities that will inspire more awe within you. And what I can think of is I recently I had the opportunity to go to a museum all by myself, and I had this fun game or date with the divine, in a sense, like just allow my body to take me wherever it takes me. And it was just so inspired by all the different artwork and just the nature and just the space and just being with myself. And I felt myself taking those deep breaths, right? So then the invitation for you too is to, in alignment to soul song, is doing things that will inspire more joy, more ease, more comfort, more love within you. Right? So that's the one side, right? That's the desire. Like what you truly desire is to be free, to be able to feel at home with all the people that are around you. The actions, right? The physical, material action that needs to be done, the masculine aspect is to create boundaries, to call back your power. Right? And through, how do you do that? You create boundaries, you stick with your boundaries, you are conscientious of the people that you surround yourself by. You take all that you've learned. So these are like I guess what I'm communicating right now is like there's the flow and the feminine fluidity, the structure that's inside of us, the desire to create art, the movement part, and now what we're looking at is the structure, right? All right, the structure that will help support that. So just like a seed, there's the center of the seed, but then there's a protective coating around it. So the feminine energy is like the energies within the seed. The masculine energy that's within us is the coating of the seed. So there's a call right now to that's your boundaries, that's your fence. That is and through having a protective barrier, you are able to call back your power. And another way to call back your power is to take what you've learned, right? You can either alchemize it into something, something really beautiful. And this is what we're talking about, is alchemizing it into something that will support your growth, into nutrients that support your growth. Or you can be unconscious about it and you can react to these different confrontations that occurs, and which will fuel its own karma, which will fuel its own energy. So, and then we end the oracle with abandonment 7. And it's like this, and what I feel is like this unfettered abandonment to what is, meaning to completely surrender. And I feel like the word, feeling a little bit of stickiness around the word abandonment. And I'm looking into that, thinking, okay, so I think with the idea of abandonment is that if there's being abandoned before as a child, there's a fear of not wanting to abandon others and taking on others regardless of how they may treat us, because we want to take them all along with us, because we know that there's greater good out there and we want to take all the people with us. So right now there's the invitation. And all right, here you go. This is going to help. So the foundation, right? Talking about boundaries. I think some questions to support you in creating boundaries is, am I safe? Am I safe? In this space right now, am I desired? Am I wanted? And in order to survive, most of us sacrifice being authentic, being connected to our feelings in the sense of what is right, what is aligned to us. And we numb ourselves because we need to stay connected at any cost to the people that are around us, even if they were abusive. We will do anything to feel to belong. And that even means giving up the sense of self. And this is, okay, shadow work here. How can we create a more joyful and empowered experience? And that starts with locating the source of these wired survival and seeing how this showed up on the other side of our on the sacred masculine side, the masculine energy within us. And we just spoke about with the ginseng and magician about limiting beliefs. So what did you give up as a child to survive in your family? Did you have to tone it down? Did you become a rebel or a good girl or a good boy? Recall a moment when you felt abandoned, alone, or misunderstood, and invite your adult self to be with your inner child. Offer your love and presence and be curious about how they feel. Safety is not the absence of danger. It is the experience of being held and connected with another. Can you be that one to offer yourself that safety now? Say to your inner child, you are wanted. You are wanted. You matter. And I will never leave you alone. Can you be that protector? Be that advocate? Be the one for your inner child. And the journey the as we dive deeper into this is identifying in where you are still abandoning yourself in your adult life. Each time you say yes when you mean no is a clue to a wired survival mechanism from childhood. Every time you fight, flee, numb out, or appease is a clue. So be gentle and patient with yourself this week as you witness yourself giving up your preferences and need. Pay attention to moments when you attempt to deal with uncomfortable feelings with food, shopping, media, or mind-altering substances. Just be present with to the sensation that arise. And each time you notice it, just offer yourself more compassion and understanding. Breathe and remember it is normal to feel this way. All of us feel fear around disconnection. Trust that having awareness of the reason for these unconscious responses is a powerful step in shifting this pattern. Self-knowledge clarifies the lens through which you see the inner and outer world, and it gives you the power to change. So I think there's a lot of energy that's happening at this time. So offer yourself more kindness, what you can do to serve your wellness, your health. Your wellness and your health. Okay, I'm going to pull some tarot card too. What else do our family needs to know at this time? We are all in this together. 3 of Cups is that there is a sisterhood, a brotherhood, a family, a tribe. We are all together in this path, this awakening. We are here. Let ourselves be seen. Let ourselves be heard. Let us call upon the cycles of life. Let us ground ourselves allow our inner child to ground ourselves into the energy that is all around us, into the possibilities, right, of what can be. Page of Pentacles. And through this, we are creating a level of discernment. We rise as the Queen of Swords. We are, with our connection to our intuition, right? We are creating more discernment, our clarity about where we want to be as we look towards the future. Emotional fulfillment. A path towards emotional fulfillment. To follow the rhythm of life, to fully allow our light come through, to allow what needs to go away to go away, allow what needs to be shifted to shift. The Tower. The Tower is a heavy energy, my love, meaning that shaking up our foundation, shaking up what we once knew is not an easy thing to do, and it's not something easy to feel. It may feel like what to do with ourselves, what to, like, feeling trapped, feeling alone, feeling... Oh, and we hold the key to the life that we wish to see. We are the queen of our own reality, our queen of our desire. And I see here is that the path, it's not to say like it's not an easy path for sure, right? To be willing to dive into the depths of your shadow, to be willing to call home your power, to live in fullness with life, living in sovereignty and integrity. It's not an easy thing to do. But what I'm seeing here is that there's emotional fulfillment from doing so. Calling home people. Okay, one. And removing any sense of like headaches too from our our life, and bringing in new love. All right, my love, my love, my love. We're going to do just a quick close in right now. I just want to take a moment here to offer each of you just another breath. It's not some, we're doing some crazy transformative things. I'm like constantly amazed, and I'm also constantly like, I'm so tired. So in those sense, right, like if you can offer yourself an extra moment of breath, an extra moment of rest, then do so. And also the sense of tired that I've been feeling too, it lies within like having to continuously hold the boundary, hold the line. And what's interesting about that is like this, and I think there's some anger behind that too. Some resistance, anger around that too, is because holding your boundaries, right, holding the line means if I were to let that go, if I were to let that energy flood through me at this time, there would be a deep violation, a breach, more violate, more, more trauma. So, in this sense, it's like, all right, how can I stay steady within my home, within my boundaries, and just know that my boundaries are gonna hold up. I am safe. I am protected. And I think that's what I will be doing personally, is to just simply stay with myself and allow the energies, whoever's knocking on that door, just leave it be. I'm just gonna focus on listening to music, dancing, and enjoying and being with me. And that is the invitation. All right, my love. I am so happy to be back. I am so happy to be back here with you. And as I've mentioned, my website is now live. I'm actually working on a few series of offerings, more and like personalized one-on-one sessions, as well as courses and programs, and just simply so much more that is happening within the space of Roar and Resonance. So I invite you to check out my website, sign up for our newsletter, which I plan to create on the new moon and full moon cycles. Haven't decided on exactly which moon that I want to introduce the newsletter just yet, but they will be coming out monthly. I won't spam you. And then also, if you are interested in a 6/6 portal activation, along with like any additional messages that come through for the new moon in Gemini, I'll talk a little bit more about that. And it is completely free. You just have to click on the link below to sign up, and I'll be sending to you when it's available. We'll be working on it today. And then in addition, we do have a sacred soul gathering planned for the full moon in Capricorn on June 22nd. It is for a limited time right now, just for June, July, and August. They are free, completely free. After that, the energetic exchange is 44. 44.44. Yeah. So if you're interested in that too, I would love to be able to see you in it is, and I should have clarified, so the Sacred Soul Gathering is a virtual, so it'll be on Zoom, but it'll be face to face, and there's a series of things I will be doing with there. We'll be doing like a guided meditation. We'll be discussing, chattering, and it's an intimate setting. I don't, keeping the group kind of small, so that way we can stay connected with one another. And just for you to share and talk about the energies of the full moon. All right, my love. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a listener. Thank you for just supporting. Thank you for witnessing. Thank you for choosing you. Thank you to the divine and all of us. Thank you to our guardians and guides. Thank you for us. Thank you for us. Thank you. And so it is. I love you lots, my love, and it's only the beginning. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.